GSL.
What's up, guys? Tasteless and Artosis here. Sicktosis is here. And we're going to bring you guys the final match for today's group, Group C. GuMiho against Life.
That's right. Both these guys would be great in the round of 16. Got to give favoritism to Life, the current world champ.
I'm going to say something a lot of people might not like to hear, but I would really like to see GuMiho win this.
I think GuMiho
I'd like to see GuMiho get. I think he's got a really cool way of playing the game.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of
really
character.
Good, man. This is his 10th GSL season.
There's his towel. Uses that to, he has one of the only players that holds a towel over his mouse. And this guy has like 300 APM, man.
Oh, he's really fast. Really fast.
He must have his sensitivity really high, though. He's doing that, you think,
yeah,
right?
I believe he has it very high. Well, King Sejong Station, Catalina merry-go-round. I think this map pool actually favors GuMiho just slightly. Like, yeah, Catalina can be hard to deal with drops late game, merry-go-round, as we said a million times over the last year plus. You know, very hard to take that the fourth, sorry, as third, because Terran can either lift up to kill it or walk down a ramp to kill it. On King Sejong Station, I think this is a pretty decent map for GuMiho to go mech on. I think you play a macro mech game here, and I give him 50% to win.
All right, let's see what he does. He was doing a lot of aggressive builds early on. Will he bring it here, and can he make it work against the world champion, Life? Let's find out. In the bottom right, in the red, the towel Terran himself, he is.
Invasion GuMiho.
It'd be funny if he just went double proxy racks again. And it failed. And he's like, oh, and then he does the hell battle and it fails. He's like, oh, that's too bad.
And in the upper left, one of the best Zergs of all time.
Started Life.
How you holding up, Artie? Still feeling horribly sick?
I'm doing all right. I'll be excited to sleep after today's games.
Yeah.
Straight home with me. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad I'm not sick. Hope I don't get sick from you.
I did spit into your coffee.
Oh, no.
So you might. I was hoping you would.
It's like I did lick the sandwich you were eating for dinner. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why would you do that? And you're like, I always do that. I've been doing that for years, Tasteless.
I actually took a syringe into my sore throat. And
Oh.
did some nasty things, Tasteless, to your burrito.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Some support for Life there.
Yep. Life support, if you will.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
That's what your joke needs.
Well, we got GuMiho going for a quick gas here, walling in his entrance. Life's spawning pool has started.
Yeah. Looks like it'll... oh, wait. I wasn't quite paying attention. I think this is actually going to be a CC into Factory from GuMiho, but could be a Reaper. Yeah, okay. CC into Factory. Good build for GuMiho. You know, reasonably quick expansion, reasonably quick Factory for his harassment units that he's going to need.
Oh, I didn't get to read the sign.
No, I wasn't looking.
Still get a GSL coin.
Two.
2 GSL coins.
Yeah.
I want more nerds coming down to the studio, going after GSL coins like they're Mario.
Dude, it could be the new Bitcoin. We don't know yet.
Could be. Yeah.
Could be worth one GSL coin. Could be worth $1 million.
They're GSL rings. I want nerds coming down here, like going after them like they're Sonic the Hedgehog. What are your thoughts on the Sonic series, by the way? The old ones. I'm not too thrilled.
I
with the new
didn't
Sonic
play
games.
many Sonics back then.
Didn't you have a Genesis growing up, or did I make this up?
Yeah.
You did, right?
I
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Like Sonic 1, I played to death. Like I beat it in funny ways for fun because I liked it so much. But I didn't play the Sonics after that.
You didn't play Sonic 2. That one was quite good.
No, that's one with Tails, right?
Yep.
I played it at a friend's house, but I never played it that much.
And then was it 3? No, it was Sonic and Knuckles. We introduced Knuckles.
Yeah.
Which is like the lamest. You just like hang gliders through the entire level.
Yeah,
I'm like, how is this possibly fun?
Yeah, when I
And
saw
you don't
it,
even know you don't even know where he's going or what's below you, or like you really like hang glide knuckles right into a pit of lava. You don't know what's going on.
Pretty uninteresting. Hey, he does grab this Reaper here, jumps up. He sees a gas taken, so that's some intel. Just doesn't want to lose that Reaper yet.
Yep. It's going to make one Hellion, so we can safely swap the factory and the reactor, or the factory, the barracks, excuse me, onto the reactor.
Yeah, getting a starport here as well, so that starport, we'll see if he wants to go into Banshee play. I think it's probably what he's going for. Hellion Banshee, always a strong opener nowadays. What will he go into, though? Will this be bio? Will this be mech? Can't say quite yet. Considering it's GuMiho, I'd lean towards this being mech, though. And he is very good at mech against Zerg.
He is one of the very best in the whole world.
Yeah, he is.
I once knew of this old Brood War player who was really into mech.
Who?
And he became a
Could
caster.
be any Terran player? Still
Yeah,
any Terran
he was
caster?
really good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't narrowed it down at all, really.
He, his name ended with an S. It was me.
It was tasteless. Well, no, I mean, the Marauder is not the most interesting unit. I don't think anyone can argue with that.
No,
Let's just be
actually,
real.
I know. To be real, yeah, I was
despise
never
Marauder.
that. Yeah, out of all the units that they brought to StarCraft II, Marauder probably my least favorite unit.
Marauder can go suck an egg. That's literally the reason I chose not to play Terran.
Well, it kind of changed the way Terran operated entirely. Into more of like this kind of buffed,
Yeah.
ranged
I
mobile
actually-
race.
Nowadays, I actually do quite like the flavor of Terran. I just don't want to play it.
Oh.
Like, I like Zerg and Protoss for playing in StarCraft 2, but I
I
actually
definitely
quite like
think
to watch
Zerg
Terran.
was the biggest, got the biggest improvement from
Yeah.
StarCraft 1 to StarCraft 2. I'm like, wow,
It's
they
actually
really
better.
got Zerg even better.
It's better in
they-
StarCraft 2 than in StarCraft 1.
Yeah, I think they really innovated Zerg like a ton.
Yeah, this is much more what Zerg was supposed to be, I think.
Yeah, and I mean in every way, like the way it looks, the creep spreading out, the mechanically, the way it operates.
The hardest thing in the world trying to explain in StarCraft 1 was how Zerg functioned, because you couldn't, like, by looking at it, it was so deceiving, because you'd have, like,
Yeah.
less drones on every base, but more bases, and, like, trying to explain how that all worked together and how they could waste units and stuff, or quote-unquote waste.
Yeah.
But in StarCraft 2, it's like, oh, okay, this is a bug. It's spreading everywhere. It's gobbling up everything. I really like it.
Yeah. The Banshee's going to come around now. And it looks like it might be able to get some drones here with the cloak. The Overseer's coming up. He's got to be careful because he's like right under 3 Banshees. He actually could just lose that. Oh, my God.
That hurts.
That is brutal. Look right there. The driver, the
didn't
pilot
make it
might
out.
still be in that hull right there. She's going to be turned into a Zerg, man. Oh, meanwhile, Hellbat push.
Massive Hellbat push, in fact. We'll see how good Life's Micro is here. He's actually rather clumped up to start, but this is not enough. So
Hellbat's like, okay, wait a minute, this isn't working. I guess I should go get drones.
He's just going for drones. As long as he runs them, and he does.
He's like, watch this LOL, I can move them. Oh, God, move them!
Oh, that almost went very well.
Man. Trapping those Hellbats.
That
GuMiho
was-
off to a horrible start here.
He was. He is. Well, he is going mech, so even though he lost that doesn't mean the game is over.
Nope.
But that
It'll be
was bad.
A fairly passive game here from GuMiho.
Yeah, I think Life's going to come across with his speed. Third will have to be lifted. If he can hold on without losing a bunch of SCVs, which is going to be kind of hard because he just wasted so many units,
It's going to be
then
annoying, too,
the game
because
can go long and be fun.
he there's a lot he could lose here at the second, not just the if he does get up to the second, does a good amount of damage. Now with the Banshees here, I guess, oh my God, okay, he doesn't actually manage to close
boy.
that, but here come Widow Mines as well.
Oh, he's spreading against the Widow
Yeah,
Mines. Good
not
targeting,
bad.
though, on the Widow Mines, bringing out these SCVs. This still could be okay for GuMiho. Let's wait and see.
Well, there's a lot of
SCVs.
SCV kills here, man. A lot of SCV kills. And there's nowhere really that he could take this. He's going to take out these the depot there, and he's just going to keep going forward here. He's going to get that depot at the top, dive into the main here. This is a lot of damage. These roaches are very expendable, whereas when you're meching, you don't really have expendable units. It's sort of how the beauty of mech is in the damage it deals
Yeah.
within a short period of time. But I mean, Life does not care about these roaches and them living long, lasting lives. He wants them to get in there, and all they have to do is kill SCVs and slow down the whole building of the mech army.
Well, he's definitely slowed it down quite a bit. To kill him down to 37 SCVs right now is really, really bad. You know, he did lose quite a few units too, but the finishing blow isn't going to come. GuMiho has time to come back now. Like, Life has to back up, expand, get upgrades, stuff like that. He can't just keep attacking with roaches. It's too bad, too, because, like, GuMiho's opening is quite nice. If he hadn't just lost all those Hellions and the Banshee, I mean, he would be in a great spot right now.
Yeah, he certainly would be.
Not ahead, necessarily, but he would be feeling completely fine. Like,
well, the game would still be a doable thing. I mean, right now, and by the way, this is the third is very important, not because of the minerals, but because of the gas with mech.
Yeah.
You need the gas. Gas is just so ridiculously important. Obviously, it's always pretty important, but I mean, with mech, it's pretty hard to emphasize.
You have to reach your max with good units, and you can't do that off 2 bases. You need that 3rd base as quickly as you possibly can. And unfortunately, it's being denied of mining at the moment. Now, these Banshees actually,
they're going to town, man. They're going ham on these queens. So, he's going to lose one, though. This is getting rough, man. Now they have the Viking just chasing out a few Overlords, but I don't see Life missing a beat here. And I think if there's, although Life is not the best player against mech,
that's true.
Given the circumstances here, I would say he's going to be fine.
He's had
he should be he should be completely okay. Now we see a dive in here. Going to go for that. Oh, can he repair that? No.
Not quite in time. But he traded quite a few roaches for that, so it's not as bad as it seems. He's going for Swarm Host now. Has 8 of them out. Good creep spread right through the middle of the map. And that's definitely something you want to do. Some players try to just go mass Swarm Host and do a long turtle game. In which case, Terran has to get a bunch of Ravens to try to break it. But then some people like to get enough to like really slow down mech and pressure them and then do tech switches with it. So we'll see what Life wants to do.
GuMiho, man, it's... I gotta say, I'm actually a pretty big GuMiho fan, so I really want to see him come up with something here, but this is just going so poorly for him here.
Yeah, me as well.
We haven't really seen him pull out much of anything, you know? By the way, Life's creep spread is sick.
Yeah, it's really good this game.
I don't know why that came out so weird when I said it, but yeah, it is sick. It was like, sick. Like I fell down a well when I was saying it.
Well, right now, I mean, this is really good by Life. I love that he's throwing a hatchery over there. He's kind of encroach on GuMiho's territory. And the fact that he's already causing damage with these should be kind of scary to GuMiho. I guess it's not scary to GuMiho. As a Terran player, I guess overall it's scary, but GuMiho goes mech against Zerg more than anyone in the world, like more than 4GG even, I would say.
Yep.
So I don't think he's scared. I think he knows exactly what he has to do from here.
Mech is one of the more unforgiving techs.
Yes.
Might be the most, well, I don't know if we could say the most, but it's definitely one of the most.
It's right up there with like Ultras. Like if you don't use Ultras or mech right,
you're just basically done. You've invested way too much into this, you know, it's not a large number of units, it's a few powerhouse units. Let's talk for a second about how cute the Thors are when they get into fetal position and get picked up by the medevac. Their little Thor knees tucked up and their Thor arms wrapped around
They don't want to have their knee hurt like Tasteless.
No, they don't. Thor with a crutch? I don't think so.
A
big mech crutch?
You could learn a thing or two from these Thors, Tasteless.
You're right.
Both about how to tuck up your knees and not get hurt in them, and also about really great anti-air splash damage.
Yeah.
Because you have no anti-air.
Remember the days of Thor drops?
Yeah.
Okay, here they go. They're in fetal position, but not for long.
Ooh. Well, I mean, he can do some damage up here, but that's really well defended from Life.
Yeah.
And you know what? He does have Infestors, so he actually has potential to take that out completely. Look how close that creep is. Oh, my God.
Wow, he's really damaging that hatch quite quickly, but the Lings are coming up here. He's going to have to get and pick up those two Thors.
Pretty decent harassment there. But this harassment He has enough siege tanks that those locusts are almost never firing. But still, this is so close by. The second he unsieges, he starts to take a lot of damage.
All right, the oh, hold on. Sorry, another drop over here. He picks up again. Keeping him busy. That hatch is pretty low, by the way, so he's got to watch out.
Yeah, but that might be something that hurts GuMiho as well, because if he overcommits up there, that's an issue. See, we do have infestors. Burrow did finish, so he can be very sneaky with them as well. So far, GuMiho doing a great job.
Siege tank numbers are high enough that the Swarm Hosts don't really do anything anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive, because that's a lot of Swarm Hosts.
Very, very true. If you get a few more, like right now he is 18. You start in like 22 or something. Well,
he's going to attack with everything here, and this is so smart because he comes in with the Locust.
So good.
This, so many tanks are going to get killed here, and this is how you beat mech, by the way. If you just kill other tanks, maybe the Terran player is back in the Stone Age.
Yeah, that was super effective, but you know, life definitely is getting much better against mech.
He is. Another drop over here. He could target that hatch. Looks like he's preoccupied. So he'll get rid of these lings and then probably get that hatchery there.
Yeah,
and
nice.
a Hellbat attack over here.
Very nice.
He's hitting life in a lot of angles here. The question, though, is can the front of GuMiho's base hold? Because it was those tanks that were holding this off. The tank number is way reduced.
Yeah, you know, he does have some point defense drones, so that's a big deal. Point defense drones do very well against Locusts, especially with mass siege tanks, really zoning them out.
You know what? I think GuMiho can actually win this.
Yeah.
He's actually doing so much damage. We don't know if the third is in good shape. Actually, if I get really close to the monitor, it doesn't look like there's actually anything mining from there. So, I mean, back at home, there is no infrastructure for life. Excuse me, that hatch is actually being remade.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is terrible for life.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. GuMiho doing a good job.
I mean, it could be, life could be in a worse position. Those Locusts are still getting in there, doing some damage, but
look at this.
Oh my
Those
God.
Thors. Oh my God, indeed.
Rambo Thors.
Oh man, he just barely killed it. And he's getting a good enough siege tank count once again that he can kind of stop these Locusts from doing very much. There are tricks with Locusts though, like we saw before where he sent in units with them. Yeah, you can use move command on them. You know, there's...
How funny, he's got this command center here that's just sort of this battery.
Yeah. Well, it only takes minerals to repair, whereas like a siege tank can take minerals.
No, it's very true. And like he can pick it up, move it back if he wants to. A really cool move by GuMiho. You haven't actually seen something quite like that in a while.
Yeah. By the way, what do you think of this Ultra switch on such a low economy surge?
Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's... I mean, he does have enough Swarm Hosts here. The Terran can't quite do anything about it for a while. And so he does have a few more Ultras out here just heading down now. Note, GuMiho is maxed out again. Now, a maxed out mech army is pretty damn scary.
Yes,
and that's what you're trying to do. You're basically turtling and harassing until you get maxed out with mech. And then when you start to push out, I mean, it goes back to the days of Flash when it's like, well, Flash is maxed out, so there's basically no way to win.
Yeah.
No matter how, you know, agile the Protoss is. Back in Brood War days, which is where we saw most of mech, it was just, what are you going to do? There's not much. Not much, man.
Well, what is GuMiho's plan going forward? He doesn't have any Ravens right now, which could be an issue.
I think he actually just wants to punch his way through the Swarm Hosts.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. We'll see if this works out. We have a lot of Vipers in here.
Ultras with Locusts coming down now.
Wow.
And those are, oh, man.
He actually surrounded those siege tanks. He's not even unsieging under these blinding clouds.
Yeah, a bit surprising.
I guess it doesn't matter, though, because he has mech units.
Yeah, and you can see the actual damage output for mech units is completely insane.
Yeah, but he killed a lot of the siege tanks there. He lost all his Ultras, sure. Still, both of them getting kind of low in economy, but life did just triple expand, so he might actually be okay.
Great game we're having here for the final series.
Yeah. It's about time.
And you can see life actually had creep practically inside the Terran's base.
Ooh, very nice fungal there.
Yep, and he's going to keep chain fungling that.
Yeah, I wonder if he...
I think he had enough energy.
Oh,
maybe not.
Kill all of them? Yeah, that takes a lot of fungals. Only 3 infestors, I think, are up there.
All right, he might back up. Yep, there he goes.
Even using landed Vikings at this point to help tank a little bit.
Oh, he needs to bro those again. He needs to have another wave pop out here.
He has a lot of infestors too. This is, I think he's just fine. Like, GuMiho can't push him all the way through right now. I think GuMiho has to remax if he wants to win this. Really cool amount of Banshees, by the way.
Yeah. It's a big number of Banshees, which makes it a little bit easier to snipe some stuff on the ground.
Yeah.
Damage output from Banshees is never going to hurt.
And where's the anti-air? There just isn't any from Zerg, so...
Yeah.
Unless he fungals them, they're fine. Well, the Locusts are doing damage. They're killing like a unit every time, right? At least a Hellbat.
Yeah.
And that is progress.
It is.
Host versus Mech, that is progress.
Well,
you're killing anything.
Terran's no longer maxed out, by the way, either. It's not, because, you know, if they're killing off one unit at a time and Terran's maxed out, he just goes back and remakes that unit. But he has whittled the Terran down. It's down to 159 supply. Oh, this is such good use of his Banshees, but...
Well, he's going to get the hatch, no matter how you look at it. But losing every Banshee is a pretty high price.
Yeah. Nicely done. No Banshee survives. But, look, Life is still on a lot of bases here. We don't see any... Well...
Losing every single one of those Banshees,
I guess he has to basically take this expansion. GuMiho does. But this is going to be pretty hard, man. It's... Zerg can basically sit at home from his base and the Locust can still start attacking your expansion.
He also didn't scan some tumors there, so the creep isn't receding.
By the way, Terran supply is once again lower. It's at 141. So I actually think that this is going to be a win here for Life in the long run.
Yeah, definitely looks like it. Well, it looks like a billion infested Terrans coming out. And even without upgrades, they are going to destroy.
Oh my god.
That's just way too much. Point defense drone
That is, got wrecked there at the end, man. Damn.
Yeah.
Life, nicely done. I got to say that was, I think, my favorite game of the day.
Easily.
There was a lot. It was really back and forth. It was cool to see GuMiho mech. It was even cooler to see how Life handled it.
Yeah. You know what makes me sad, though, is the early attack from GuMiho, which led to the counterattack from Life that did a lot of damage, where GuMiho did none. Like, imagine if that hadn't happened. This would have been, like, a really epic game.
That's true. Well, what does GuMiho do now? I think it's pretty established that Life has got a good grasp of how to handle mech. Although, I got to say, pretty good pushing there. You rarely see a mech player actually push through swarm hosts. However, I think meching on that map and trying to take the fourth base like that, there's really no way to punish the Zerg. Zerg is sitting at his expansion
he did some
and whittling down your own expansion.
Yeah, he did like some nice drops with the Thors.
Sure, yeah.
Those Hellbats killing the fourth or fifth base, whichever one that was. He had some nice moves, but again, he took so much damage early on, lost so many units, lost so many SCVs, that he was struggling the whole game. So I hope here we get to see GuMiho maybe, you know, back it up with that early aggression a little bit, make sure he doesn't lose everything, killing nothing off, and we could see an epic game.
Game number 2 is loading up here. I'm Tasteless. With me is Sicktosis. And this is the greatest